So I'm out here for my nightly reload the machines and get them ready to go. Actually tonight I'm only going to be leaving one of them running just the way it kind of worked out tonight. But getting one last bevel ground over here on this one before I shut it down, and just got this one fired up. It's going to run for, I think it programmed like an hour and a half, something like that. And it'll shut down, and then tomorrow we'll be back at it. And look, I gotta say, today my guys had a stellar performance. I'm really proud of them. We made more knives today. We put together, assembled more knives today than we ever have in a single day. So super proud of that fact. Got to give a shout out to my guys that did great today. So try to get back into some more processes and stuff tomorrow. Guys, so what I'm doing here, taking the blanks. This is how they come to us from Waterjet. Just an oversized blank. Doesn't even look a whole lot like a handle yet. They come in and put them on this pallet. We have pallets made for each specific model, of course. So they get screwed down on this pallet, and then they will go in the machine and get everything done. We do the insides of the handle first, so all the internal stuff, the bearing pocket, the stop pin hole, all the weight reduction pockets. That's mostly it. We do put a couple of extra holes. Any of you that have ever seen on the inside of your knives, there's a couple of extra holes that are basically the same size as a stop pin hole that are kind of there for look like they're there for no reason. Those are actually are for locating when we do the second operation. So when they get done with this pallet, they get taken off and they get flipped over onto a different pallet, and those holes correspond with pins in the pallet. I'll show that in another little segment here. But those pins correspond with a hole. That's what locates them perfectly, so that when you flip them over, everything is perfectly mirrored on the other side of the handle, and it cuts everything in the right place. So that's pretty much it. So they'll officially load this in the machine, get it going, and then once it comes off of there, it'll be ready to go on the Op2 pallet. So what you just saw me working on heating up and bending there, that's one of the sheets of our clips. And when you do the first side and it takes material off, the memory in the titanium, usually from where it has been rolled up at some point, it usually causes it to warp. And so it needs to be relatively flat to put back on the pallet on the machine. We screw it down, it'll pull it flat some, but it's got to be close to flat to start with. So every now and then we get lucky and one doesn't warp, but almost all of them they warp. So in between the first side and the second side, we have to bring them over here, heat them up, bend them on the arbor press, and get them kind of straightened out so we can flip them over to the second side. One of those things is kind of a pain, but it's got to be done. Getting them packed up.
Getting them packed up. Heavy boxes.
We got knives headed out to dealers. We've headed back to the shop after a late lunch. Walking down the driveway. I ain't gonna lie, it's not bad being 100 yards or so from where you work. Between your house and your work, that's pretty awesome. And while I'm thinking about it, that's a good time to say I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for allowing me to be able to do this, allowing me and Amy and the crew to be able to have jobs that we enjoy, make a good living, and be part of a community that we really enjoy. So thank you guys for that. But also, we've had a really great week so far. Well, today's actually the last day of the week. Like I've said before, the production guys work 4/10, so today's their last day. We've had a really good week. The guys have been killing it. Some of our systems and stuff and processes are finally coming to fruition, and we're really starting to kind of roll and hit another level. So really excited about being able to put more stuff out there, but also it will allow us to being able to kind of things going a little smoother sailing with the stuff that we're building currently, will allow me to be able to concentrate on coming up with and putting out more new stuff. So look for that on the horizon. So if things can keep going good, we'll be able to kind of branch out and start giving you guys even more stuff to check out. So can't wait for that. Headed out to the shop. It's Friday afternoon. Headed out there to see about, got to make a new pallet for trying to run some fixed blade grinds. So see about getting that done, restart whatever needs to be restarted on the other machines, and maybe a few other little odds and ends. But we'll see if we can get a little bit of stuff done.